Yo, what's going on guys, it's your boy Anthozero back in another video, and today I'm going to be doing my 2023 NBA play-in and playoff predictions. So today I'm going to be telling you guys who I think will go from the play-in to the playoffs and who will win in each series of the playoffs, so that by the end of this video I will have predicted who I think will be the 2023 NBA champions. So let's get started. Alright guys, so for the first matchup in the play-in tournament we have the 7th seed Miami Heat versus the 8th seed Atlanta Hawks, and in the West we have the 7th seed Los Angeles Lakers versus the 8th seed Minnesota Timberwolves. Alright guys, so for the first matchup between the Hawks and the Heat, I'm going to predict that the Heat will come away with a win and will beat the Hawks by a pretty big amount. I feel like they'll win pretty comfortably. I just feel like the Hawks just aren't as good as the Heat, which is why I've predicted the Heat to win. Alright, so now for the West, I'm going to predict that the Lakers beat the Timberwolves. I feel like the Lakers will win by a bit. I don't think they'll win by too much, but I still think they will win. I just feel like the Lakers, will win it more than the Timberwolves, which is why I predicted the Lakers to win. Alright guys, so for the last two games in the play-in tournament, we have the 9th seed Toronto Raptors versus the 10th seed Chicago Bulls in the East, and in the West, we have the 9th seed New Orleans Pelicans versus the 10th seed Oklahoma City Thunder. Alright guys, so for the matchup between the Raptors and Bulls, I'm going to say that the Bulls just come away with a win. I feel like they will come out fighting and we'll just come away with a win, which is why I'm predicting the Bulls to beat the Raptors. Alright guys, so for the matchup between the Pelicans and Thunder, I'm predicting that the Pelicans are going to beat the Thunder. I feel like the Pelicans are just a stronger side than the Thunder, which is why I'm predicting that the Pelicans will win. So for the Bulls and Hawks game, I am going to predict that the Bulls just come away with a win against the Hawks and will get the 8th seed. And with the Pelicans Timberwolves game, I'm going to predict that the Timberwolves beat the Pelicans and will also advance to the playoffs. Okay, so for the first game of the first round in the East, we have the Chicago Bulls versus the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm predicting that the Milwaukee Bucks will win that series in 4 games. So the first game of the first round of the playoffs in the West is the Denver Nuggets versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. I am going to predict that the Denver Nuggets beat the Timberwolves in 4 games. Alright guys, so for the second game of the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the New York Knicks. I'm predicting that the Cleveland Cavaliers win that series in 7 games. So for round 1, game 2 of the playoffs in the West, we have the Los Angeles Clippers versus the Phoenix Suns. I am going to predict that the Phoenix Suns win the series in 6. Alright guys, so for the third game of the first round in the East, we have the Philadelphia 76ers versus the Brooklyn Nets. I am predicting that the Philadelphia 76ers win that series in 5 games. Alright guys, so for the third game of the first round of the playoffs, we have the Golden State Warriors versus the Sacramento Kings. I'm predicting that the Golden State Warriors win that series in 5 games. And for the last game of the Eastern Conference on the first round, we have the Miami Heat versus the Boston Celtics. I'm predicting that the Boston Celtics will win that series in 4 games. Alright guys, so for the last game of the first round of the playoffs in the West, we have the Memphis Grizzlies versus the Los Angeles Lakers. I am predicting that the Memphis Grizzlies win that series in 7 games. Alright guys, so for the first game of the Eastern Conference semifinals, we have the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. I am predicting that the Milwaukee Bucks will win that series in 7 games. Alright guys, so we are up to the semifinals of the Western Conference. So we have the Denver Nuggets versus the Phoenix Suns. I am going to predict that the Phoenix Suns win in 7 games. And for the last game of the Eastern Conference semifinals, we have the Philadelphia 76ers versus the Boston Celtics. I'm predicting that the Philadelphia 76ers beat the Boston Celtics in 7 games. Alright guys, so for the second game of the Western Conference semi-finals, we have the Golden State Warriors versus the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm predicting that the Golden State Warriors win that series in 5 games. And now we have the Eastern Conference Finals, where we have the Philadelphia 76ers up against the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm going to predict that the Philadelphia 76ers win that series in 5 games. Alright guys, so now we are on to the Western Conference Finals. We have the Golden State Warriors up against the Phoenix Suns. I am going to predict that the Phoenix Suns win that series in 7 games, which means they move on to the finals. Alright guys, so we're now on to the final game, which is the finals of the 2023 playoffs. We have the 3rd seed in the East, Philadelphia 76ers, and 4th seed in the West, Phoenix Suns. I am going to predict that the winner, that the 2023 NBA champions will be the Philadelphia 76ers, and I think they will win it in 7 games. Thanks guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you'll never miss out on a video that I make. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.